Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
I hit mercury.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
I hit mercury.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
I hit mercury.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
Good day, good day, good day. Welcome to today's show. Today is the 29th of May. We are right at the end of May. May went rather fast. Welcome to the show. You're tuned in. You're locked into the Lunar Lounge, officially sponsored by Magic Mind. Go get your Magic Mind boxes, man. And also, don't forget to get the discount because you do get the discount code. I always put it in the link on my YouTube channels and also on my podcast channels also as well. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, do remember that this I said do remember. If you're tuning in for the first time, obviously, there's nothing to remember, is there? But do remember, I suppose, for future reference, that this show does, is available on all podcast platforms, Amazon, Spotify, Google, and you may even be listening to it there. I do stream live every Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. GMT time. That's London, UK. I am in the London, UK right now. So I'm live on Facebook. I'm live on Instagram. And also live on, what else am I live on? Yeah, that is it. Facebook, YouTube. Okay, how can I forget? All right. It's only the number one channel. Let me double check if I am streaming live on Instagram, because sometimes there's a few complications, that kind of thing. But yeah, I can see that I am streaming live on Instagram as well. So welcome to the show. If you're tuning in, logging in for the first time, it's a show which is very much astrologically centered. It's a show about astrology, essentially. Speaking about astrology, I will be bringing you, giving you the updates of the planetary positions for the month of June. We're about to step into the month of June. There wasn't a show last week, and there may not be a show next week as well. I'm away. I'm in Italy, actually. If I do broadcast next week, it will be live from Italy, from Milano. So yeah, I need to get my Italian, need to get my Italian up, essentially speaking. So yeah, that's to be confirmed as to what's going to be happening there. What else is I was going to say? What is the weather like where you are? I am in at the moment. The sky is really blue right now in London, UK, but it can change. In the last week, I have seen literally like 4 or 5 different seasons, and in many cases in one day. Yeah, literally. So yeah, it is what it is. Keep any comments coming. I'm just trying to see here if I can pick up here on any of the comments. I tend to see the comments from Instagram and YouTube. Unfortunately, I don't see the ones in. I don't see the comments coming from Facebook. I know. I need to get it all sorted. But that's what happens when you're streaming to about what 3-4 different social media platforms. It is what it is, right? I have to try and get everybody in on board. Shout outs to Yvette. Okay, she's letting me know that the weather is nice over there in Portugal. Okay, hope you're having a great time over there. Shout outs to Faye. Good afternoon from sunny Portugal. Okay. Howdy, howdy, yeah. That's how people talk when they're having a good time. So yeah, hope you're having a good one, Yvette and Faye. What is it I was gonna say after that? Okay, well, that's the weather. But yeah, it's sort of like it. But I did tell you that it's going to be a wet summer. We looked at that astrologically, right? So it is what it is. Shout outs to Pretty. Welcome. Missed you last week. Yes, I know, right? Busy, busy, busy. Shout out to Core Crystals. Shout out to Anna in the building. You've been keeping me busy, Anna. Yeah. I know. Been sending a few people my way, which I am extremely thankful and grateful for. Shout out to Pretty. I think I've shouted out your name. Shout out to Babalawo. Also, Ifa. I'm acting like I can't speak Yoruba. Ifabowale. I'm not pronouncing it correctly. Aboroboye Babami. Welcome to the podcast also as well. I'll be bringing up the chart for the moment. We'll be looking at the planets for the next month. Well, I don't know if we're going to look through the whole of June, but we'll be looking at the first 2 weeks. I'll be letting you know what's going on there. So yeah, thanks a lot, Anna. Really appreciate that. What else is I was going to say? I think I had a few more announcements. I want to dedicate this show, I'm saying it now, to a brother, a friend, a colleague, a peer, to Brother Horace, who I'm going to be attending his, sadly passed away. A brother who I knew, well, I don't know, how long have I known brother now? I don't know, 6, maybe 7 years. I've known him from coming to my astrology classes, knew his sister, Deborah. My condolences go out to you and your family. I'm sure I'm going to be seeing you this evening. It's quite interesting. This week for me is it's an up and down. It's a week of celebration, remembrance, and joy also at the same time, and sadness as well. Because I've got a funeral. I'm attending. It's not a funeral, but I'm 9 nights or commemorations of somebody passing tonight. I've got a funeral that I'm attending to on Saturday. I've got on that same Saturday, I'm attending my nephew's 30th birthday. So that's a time for joy, right? And it's like crazy, right? But it is what it is. Shout out to Cats. Shout out to Dinah. Welcome to the show. Life is funny, my friend, Voz, who passed away. I mean, I literally saw him like a few days before, and he looked fine. He's smiling, and it's just so. I think death is very interesting. How we're here 1 minute and next minute you could be gone. And I think it's a reminder that we need to cherish every moment that we have with people, and also with for ourselves also as well. Shout out to Catherine, or Cats, however you want to be pronounced, and Dinah. I think I've already given you shout outs, but I'm giving you another one. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. So yeah, so I want to give shout outs to all of the family, Voz's family. I'll be seeing you guys on Saturday. And also to Brother Horace family. I will also be seeing you. I'll be seeing the family this evening. And yeah, life must go on, but we must celebrate and must, take we will have gratitude for whatever little time that we had together. You understand? I think we should all definitely we should all definitely do that. For sure. Yes, Yvette, that's your astro twin. They had they were born like 1 day apart, but the chart was pretty much the same. They all had the same planetary placements, different ascendants, of course, but but that's another topic for another day. Rest in peace. May you journey well, people. And to my nephew, I'll be seeing you on Saturday. And yes, I'm baking a cake, and they want me to make cornbread and all. You see, when you're a baker in the family, it's like gift and the curse. You know, every week, are you baking a cake? Are you baking a cake? Can you bake a cake? Can I have a chocolate cake? Can I have the lemon one? Can I have the apple and almond? Can I have the you know, it's like, please. All right. Okay. Celebrations. We are officially in the Gemini season. So shout outs to the Geminis. Yes, it's officially here. Maybe things will maybe start to speed up. And again, I'm going to bring up the chart in a moment, and we're going to be looking at the chart. Competition time. We do have a winner. Congratulations. I'll be announcing that later. Do you know what? There's not going to be a competition this week. Not because of any, I just haven't prepared any question. That's the reason why. Later on in the show, as you all know, tarot card of the week will be presented, but there won't be a competition, but I will be announcing the winner later on. Oh, it was tight. I got my what was the question? What does the planet Jupiter and Venus, three things in which they had in common? Maybe I should have made it four, because the answers which I got, I mean, okay, the person who won actually actually got the answers, that and that email actually came in first. But there was also another email by somebody, and I'll announce the names later. But we do have a winner. 30 Skrilla is on your way to you. Yeah, no worries there. What else did I want to talk about? What did I fraff about? What is going on? What is going on in the world right about now? What happened with Donald Trump's case? I know he was up yesterday. I don't know how far that went or what happened there, and insofar as, you know, but okay, let's see. Looking like he's gonna, you know, don't, whatever you do, don't send him to prison. That ain't gonna look good. American president in prison, because it looks like he's on his way to definitely winning it. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge Show. For all of you guys who are listening to this also on the social medias, Anna's letting me know my dog of 18 years passed away. Oh no, 2 days ago. It's been heartbreaking. My condolences. Yeah, I know. Animals. I mean, I've got a cat myself. I mean, he's still young. I've had a cat before and he passed, and it's like, it's just, yeah, they become a part of you, don't they? You know, they are you. They're one with you, and you see them. They spend so many years with you, and then next minute again they're gone. Yeah, extremely must be heartbreaking. I for some reason, personally, I kind of feel a bit more. I don't know how I can put it, but when an animal dies, I think it hits me a little bit more. Now, one of the reasons behind that is because for me, animals are more vulnerable. So, you know, with a human being, we can sort of like fend for ourselves, of course, to some degree, of course. But with animals, I don't know. It's like, it's a bit like, you know, because they're just far more vulnerable than us human beings. So I don't know. It kind of hits me in a different way. Of course, I'm sad when we lose human beings, or obviously people who are close to well, but animals hit me like really like deep. It's like I don't like to see an animal die. You know, it's a very interesting one. Shout out to Angela. Shout out to Jacqueline. Yeah, who've also joined also on the YouTube, I believe. What else is that I was gonna say? Yeah, I am busy. It's this time of the year. Normally coming up to the summer, well, normally in summertime it's quiet because everyone's away on holiday, right? So nobody wants a reading when they're away on holiday. But what I must say is it's not been the case. Well, last year, starting in the last couple of years, I noticed, or I should say, probably just after COVID, my summer years, spring, summer, it started to really go up, be more busy, you know, well, more busy with clients, but more busy also doing things like conferences and talks and presentations and invites. It's like, oh, what's happening here? Yeah. Well, such is life. I'm not going to complain, am I? Being a busybody, I'm not going to complain, but I am going to complain, if you get what I mean. So yeah. Let's go to the astrology. And let's see here. Let me share my screen. Let me faff about as I always do. Okay, let's go, baby. Bring it up. So, here is the chart for the moment. The moon is currently in the sign of Aquarius. We got Aquarius moon right now. I'll say ho ho ho. Is it coming up on the social medias? My screen is showing me here that I am stuck. Can you all hear me? Can you all see me? Okay. Um, um, yeah. Okay. So you guys are coming back today. Oh, because you're texting about the holiday. Yeah. There was a very slow reaction there. What's going on? Yeah. It's funny stuff. Funny stuff been going on. Anyhow. This is the chart for the moment. Moon is in Aquarius. We've got an Aquarius moon. Okay, so now, isn't it? That's the big move, the big planetary move of Jupiter moved into Gemini. This is going to be great for all you Geminis out there, and all of you guys who have planets in Gemini. All of you guys, I know somebody right now who's having a Jupiter return. Yeah, I shall not mention any names, will I, Angela? However, yeah, I know somebody who's having a Jupiter return right now, like right about now. Yeah. Yeah, so may Jupiter bestow the blessings upon you. But for anybody who has I said Jupiter placements, Gemini placements, Libra placements, Aquarius placements, are really gonna perhaps get some good gifts or some benefits from Jupiter being in Gemini. He's gonna be there for a whole year. Jupiter's the planet of expansion, but he's in a sign. He's in an Aries sign, which is not too bad for him. He is in detriment, fair enough, in Gemini, but he is triplicity ruler. For those of you who are a bit more on the advance, welcome to the show, Florence. Hope you're well. So he's okay there. He can function to some degree. That's for sure. He's got some dignity there. So Jupiter in Gemini can be really. Gemini is about information. It's about information gathering, information spreading. This is a great year to learn something. You want to be learning something over the course of the next year, and learning something that will and can be very, very beneficial for you. So that's what it's about. So Jupiter's in Gemini, Venus is in Gemini, and the Sun, of course, is in Gemini. We're in that Gemini season, as I said. Shout out to the Geminis. Shout out to the Arts of Astrology Instagram. Shout out to Sarah. Is it Sarah or Sarah? Welcome to the show as well. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge Podcast Show. What else? Well, Mars is still trotting away in Aries. Again, he's not making any significant aspects, as a lot of the planets are not. But things are beginning to widen now. Things are beginning to widen. I see Venus Cassimi is coming up in a few days. I'll talk about that. Saturn's there again in Pisces. Not much happening. Okay, but let us speak about this Mercury-Uranus conjunction right now, which is happening right now. Intellectual pursuits, learning. Shout out to Karen also as well. Is it Karen? Karen can. Welcome to the show. Mercury Uranus can really be an electrifying moment. Brilliant ideas. Guys, this is a time to strategize, be strategic, think, work on your ideas, work on your concepts. Uh, um, uh, um, Mercury Uranus is a brilliant time. This is where we find the geniuses. It's with that Mercury Uranus. So Mercury Uranus is a really, really good time. For those of you who are traders out there, watch out for the markets. This can really be a time of, it could be a little bit. Excuse me, I'm gonna have a shot of my magic mind. Make sure you get your batch of magic mind. Do remember that there is a discount code for those of you who follow or who listen to the Lunar Lounge. If you go, whether you're listening on the podcast, in the information, it's there on the YouTube. Also, it should be there also as well. Maybe not on this live one, but on previous ones. All the information is there. Sponsor Magic Mind. Go get it. If you've got mental fatigue, you want a boost up for the energy of the day. You want something to keep you going, healthy, organic, pure. Have a shot of your Magic Mind. When I first started, I used to drink the whole bottle. Not no more. No. I'd be high. So going back to that, and speaking about Magic Mind, interesting that that unconsciously again, Magic Mind, and I was just talking about Mercury Uranus. Yeah, Mercury Uranus is definitely magic. Make no mistake about it. Shout out to Alicia. Welcome to the show. So right about now, over the course of the next couple of days, guys, put your ideas out there. This can really be a great time here. Shout out to Ziane, yes, all the way from Portugal. Hope you're well. Seems like you're also having a good time. Few people up in Portugal, they want to rub it in terms of how hey, it's sunny over here in London, for the next hour. But anyway, but yeah, take full advantage of this Mercury Uranus. Like I said, if you're in the trade, especially with Uranus, unpredictable, things will be shooting through the roof, things will be falling from the roof. Take your pick. So markets are likely going to go a little bit crazy over the course of the next days, because do remember, Mercury rules trade. So yeah, shout out to Mairead. How you doing? Welcome to the Lunar Lounge show, podcast show. So yeah, Mercury Uranus at the moment is looking quite good. We've only got 2 months. I said 2 months, 2 days left. And then we've got a Sun conjunction right now. Okay, fine. The Venus is combust, but there's a Venus Sun. It's a great time to have some pleasure, right? To have some fun. To exercise in the art of lovemaking. Now, when I say lovemaking, okay, I know where your mind is going. I know what you're thinking. That's one aspect of lovemaking. But lovemaking can come in so many different forms. Lovemaking in terms of loving what you're doing, taking pleasure in an activity, a hobby. That can be lovemaking also as well. Of course, on the most intimate level, it's lovemaking with somebody who you are intimate with, or whoever. It could be somebody who you're socially with. Doesn't necessarily have to be, that intimate. But there's different levels, essentially, of love, and there's different ways in how we can spread the love. So that is happening right now with the Venus Sun conjunction. And I suppose that's good because it's going to be taking us into the new month. The exact conjunction of Mercury Uranus is going to be on the 30th, which is 30th and the 31st. We're going to be having that strong Mercury Uranus conjunct, implement your ideas. It can really be a creative time right now with that. And then on the 1st of June, here we have it. What do we have happening on the 1st of June? Well, on the 1st of June, we can see these three planets again lining themselves up in Gemini. On the 2nd of June, on the 3rd of June, listen out, guys. Second, going into the third, on the 3rd, it's going to be on the 3rd of June, right? We're going to have Venus Cassimi, meaning she's going to be in the heart of the sun, meaning that Venus is about to become an evening star. Anytime Venus becomes an evening star, which is where she prefers to be, she's been a morning star for what? The last, year odd? When did she move retrograde? She went retrograde last year, right? Yeah. And then she turned into a morning star a few years ago. That kicked off the war with Russia and Ukraine. Then we had another one. Then she turned into a morning star again last year. If you remember, go listen to the podcast. I told you something was going to spark the moment Venus turned into a morning star last year. She turned into a morning star. Literally within a month, what happened? We had the situation with Israel, Palestine, Gaza situation, which is still going on today. But hopefully now Venus is about to become an evening star where she's more calm, more tame, more well-behaved. But we're going to have a Venus Cassimi. So guys, pay a close attention. On the 3rd of June, this can be a day, especially for you guys who may be single. This is the great time to perhaps maybe make a wish. This is a great time to perhaps maybe do some visualization, mantras, prayers, whatever it is that you do in order to attract or invite things into your life. You guys who are perhaps maybe more on the occult level can perhaps maybe use it, you know what to do your rituals, to perhaps maybe invite a partner, a great, nice lover, partner, friend in your life. This can be great for improving your social life, your love life, your financial life, because Venus is also money. Shout out to Top Guy. Shout out to My Cave Talks. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge Podcast. I'm just hydrating. Do forgive me. You know me, Cancer rising. Gotta keep down in that water, man. Can't get enough of the water. Anyhow, so as I was saying, so on the 3rd of June, guys, right? Take full advantage. Cassimi is when Venus is within a certain closeness with the sun. Her and the sun are exact same degree. How you doing, Top Guy? Hope you're well. So this is a very potent time where you can tap into an energy that can enhance your love life, your sex life, and your money life. Yeah. Love life. Yeah. We like the love life, right? So yeah. So people be tapping into that. That's going to be on the 3rd of June. Venus is going to be Cassimi. Ain't going to be for long either. I very much doubt it's going to last yet. Also on the 4th of June, 3rd of June, 4th of June. Do you know what's interesting with this as well? Do you know what's quite interesting? Is that what's the country there? There's a country about to have their first female prime minister. Is she going to be prime minister? I need to check that out. But yeah, there is let me just do a checkup on that. But I do know that there is a country, I was reading about it the other day, and I thought, how interesting. Venus is going to be Cassimi, and at the time when this is going to be taking place. Let me do my homework here. Yeah, I'm slacking. I know. What's happening here? Where is this? Okay, all right, it will come to me. Don't worry. Yeah, I can't even find it. But okay, I do know that there is definitely going to be a female prime minister coming up. But I do need to find that. Yeah, what's happening here? In Mexico. It's in Mexico. That's it. Mexico. Thanks for the reminder. So Mexico is about to elect their first female prime minister, and it's going to be on the 2nd of June when Venus is Cassimi. Interesting, huh? Well, we say interesting, but maybe it's more than interesting. So there's always going to be something Venusian happening. Remember, every time something Venus does something, we always see something Venus. Like last year, we had the whole thing with the Barbie, and we had that situation when Venus was retrograde with the football coach who kissed the female player. There's always something significant happening when Venus is in the spotlight. So Venus Cassimi on the 3rd, on the 4th. You're going to be picking it up from the 2nd, 3rd, 4th. You're going to get like 2-3 days. It's not going to be for long. 2-3 days. Venus will be in the heart of the sun, and she will be Cassimi the sun. We may even get it even on the 5th. Yes, on the 5th as well. I think on the 5th is when it's going to finish. So starting from the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, the 3rd and the 4th are the stronger days. 3rd and the 4th are the stronger days where Venus, guys, if you want to improve, enhance your financial life, you want to improve your love life, your social life, your pleasure life as a whole, baby, do it then, right? Either on the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, and even the 5th, you can catch it. And guess what? On that day, I'm actually going to be in a country which is extremely Venusian. Yes, I am going to be in, Amore, in the land of Amore. So yeah, yeah, I'm going to be in Italy then. So yeah, it's really going to be Venusian. Yeah, exactly. So it is what it is. So we're going to be having Venus Cassimi 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th of June. Note that down in your diaries, people. Prior to that, on the 3rd of June, Mercury is going to move into Gemini. On the 3rd of June, Mercury is going to move into Gemini in its own sign. As he moves into Gemini, he's going to be conjunct Jupiter. This is great for travel. Shout out to Martina. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge Podcast Show. Mercury will move into Gemini. He will conjunct Jupiter. Now, that is brilliant. That's going to be good for trade. That's going to be good for travel. Oh, that's interesting. I picked to travel at the right time. I'm loving it. Of course. Going away on the 4th. Anywho, Mercury, Jupiter. Great for travel. Great for trade. Great to do any kind of examination work, paperwork, literacy, reading, studying, taking a test, maybe doing your driver's license. That would be great. So that is Mercury is going to be conjunct Jupiter on the 3rd of June, people. Get in there. Oh, that's going to be good. Jupiter, so Mercury enters Gemini, so there's going to be lots of chit chat, lots of communication, lots of, it's going to be speeded up. Speaking of chit chat, did you all see Kelly Rowland? And not just Kelly Rowland. I've forgotten who the other lady was. Who in Cannes, that's where this security guard was ushering them on and telling them to move quickly. That woman had a problem. She had a problem with about 3 people. Like really, what the hell? Listen, man, they need to sack that woman. You need to do your job properly. Some people who take their job a little bit too serious, maybe they're trying to prove something. Yeah, that was quite interesting. Anywho, back to the show. Shout out to Kano, Martina, Friday to Monday. Okay, yeah, Friday to Monday. Oh, you're talking about the Venus Cassimi, yeah. The Venus Cassimi, yeah, Friday to Monday. Why not? So, or is it, yeah, Friday to Monday or Monday to Friday? Monday to Friday. Sorry, yeah, it's Friday to Monday. No, it's Monday to Friday. Why am I confusing myself here? But yeah, so Mercury is going to move into Gemini on the 3rd, and then we're going to be having the Venus Cassimi, really starting from the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. After the 5th, she's going to start moving away. What else are we going to be having during around that time? This is going to be an interesting one. We're going to have a new moon on the 6th of June. New moon, planting new seeds, right? We always love a new moon. We like that. Yeah, new moons are always awesome. It's about planting the new seeds. It's about, Martina's saying, I'm traveling. Oh, great stuff. Good. Yeah, I like that. Great one, Martina. Yeah, it's a great time to travel around that period. We're going to have a new moon on the 6th of June, right? New beginnings, initiating new things. Shout out to Tiffany, all the way from Memphis, Tennessee. Hope you're well. It's about initiating new things. It's about moving things forward, propelling things forward, planting those new seeds that are going to germinate for us. It's in Gemini, which is the sign of communication, movement, travel, trade, and all of those things. So we want to be planting our new seeds in around that time. However, this new moon is going to be in Gemini at 16 degrees. It's also going to be conjunct Venus. Venus would have turned into an evening star by then, right? So remember, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th of June, we're going to have that Cassimi, right? So guys, tap into that energy, right? And then we're going to be having this new moon in Gemini at 16 degrees. So we're going to have the sun, moon, and Venus at 16 degrees of Gemini. But they're going to be square Saturn. See, we don't always, yeah, exactly. It's going to be square Saturn. There's always something, right? Yeah. So it's a new moon with a bit of, got to work hard at this new moon. We got to be planting hard. We're going to be facing challenges. It's going to be a little bit frustrating. We're going to be having Venus also squaring Saturn from this period. So do watch out for that. Venus square Saturn. Guys, watch out for your money. Watch out for your expenditures. It's going to be like really a little bit tough. Somebody's letting me know here that's going into my 6th house. Okay. 6th house is good. That's all about your work. So yeah, tidy up. Martina saying conjuncting my natal Mars in Gemini. Okay. So your Mars is going to be revived in some way. a new energy is going to be planted into the Mars. It's going to stimulate that Mars. So yeah. So yeah, this new moon is a very it's got both, we could say, the gift and the curse. It's in conjunction with Venus, which is really good. It's very Venusian. But again, we have to proceed with caution because it's going to be square Saturn. And Saturn makes us work hard, be disciplined. That's what it's about. So that's going to be on the 6th of June. So watch out for that, guys. Be careful of your monetary spending during those days. And literally like a few days after, practically on the 7th of June, technically, well, no, not technically, it's exact. On the 7th of June is when Venus is really going to be exact, making the square to Saturn. Okay, so we're going to have a Venus Saturn. So guys, do be mindful about your relationships during this time, because relationships may go a little bit awkward. You perhaps don't want to be going out on a date during that time. K Noel is also saying conjunct my Mars as well. Okay, you're all having some conjunction with your Marses. Time to get fired up, baby. Mars fires things up. But yeah, so if it's conjunct your Mars, that means that Saturn's squaring your Marses as well. I think you need to take a look at that. So yeah, the Saturn's really gonna be about slowing us down. Okay, so it can be a little bit frustrating with money, with finances, with also love life and things of that nature. So do be mindful in terms of what's happening. I think it's going to be quite interesting what's going to be happening in the world in regards to money and, love making, love as a whole, or relation. I suppose time to be dutiful. Money management, very good. Very good for money management during that time. So yeah, watch that. That's going to be on the 7th of June. And then what else do we have? So then the new moon happens. The moon is going to start waxing, is going to start growing. What else then do we start to have? Oh, let's go back a bit. Looks like I've missed a bit there. What's happening here? Well, on the 9th of June, the planet Mars is going to leave his own sign of Aries and he's going to enter the sign of Taurus. Okay, so we're going to have Mars in Taurus. That's really the raging bull, isn't it? Right? Make no mistake about that. That is the raging bull at work right there. So Mars in Taurus, we're going to be having the motivation, that pure, aggressive, assertive, impulsive energy is going to slow right down. Yeah, it's going to slow right down. Yep, it's going to slow right down. Make no mistake about that. So Mars in Taurus. So Mars in Taurus is a slow energy. It's a slow releaser. It's a slow burner. It's a stamina. It's in for the long run. It's long distance, right? So certain energies are going to slow down when that happens. However, I mean, if we look just there on the 6th, on the 5th, from the 5th to the 7th of June, we're going to have Moon, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, all in Gemini. Hey, the Gemini season is here with a bang. In the month of June. Very highly, Gemini, especially on that on the 5th, 6th, and 7th of June. We got all of them there in the Gemini. Okay, so like I said, on the 9th of June, Mars moves into Taurus. Then what starts to happen is Venus starts pulling away from the sun. She's becoming an evening star. And then on the 14th of June, we're going to have Mercury Cassimi the Sun. We're going to have Mercury Cassimi the Sun. He's going to now be in the heart of the Sun. He's going to be protected. And he's going to be in his own sign of Gemini. This is a really strong time. This is good. Now, this is really good on the 14th of June. Will we have it also on the 15th too? Not so much on the 15th for sure. We will have it. Let me see the 13th. Will we? No, it's going to be on that 14th. On the 14th of June, Mercury is going to be Cassimi in the heart of the Sun. This is good for trade. This will be good for any kind of communications, any kind of negotiations, any kind of legal situations, any kind of what else? What else? Any kind of literacy, signing documents, making an agreements. Maybe you want to check out the 14th of June, people. Yeah. So that's very, very good. So take full advantage of that when Mercury is Cassimi. Can be good for travel also as well. Can be good for anything to do with vehicles, transportation, communication. I might buy I need an upgrade of my computer. As you've been seeing, sometimes it's just slowing down when I'm doing this show. I may just do it on that day. And it's going to be on a Friday as well. Payday. Pay me my money. Okay. So that's good. So you want to take full advantage of that Mercury Cassimi. So yeah, so there you have it, K Noel. Already asking me the question there. Tiffany saying, are you gonna cover the 12th? My C-section is scheduled for June the 12th. My poor baby will be moon in Virgo. Yeah, well, let's see. I just covered the 12th. What's happening on the 12th? Well, not much is happening. Yeah, the moon will be in Virgo. And you're going to have a baby with Sun, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter in Gemini. So lots of Gemini energy, very mercurial. Well, that's a clever baby. Who wouldn't want that? So yeah, yeah. You know, if it's on the 12th of June, the Sun, it's a separating aspect, but the Sun is well. There might be some difficulties there because Mercury is going to be squaring Saturn. So watch out for that. That's going to be on the 12th of June. Mercury is going to be squaring. So there may be some delays with this C-section. Do watch on to that. There will be some delays in and around transportation and telecommunication and those things. So don't watch out for that. There may be a little bit of difficulty here. You know, the child may be more of a needs to learn more hands-on and pragmatic with the Mercury squaring Saturn. So yeah, be mindful there. And the Sun is also squaring Saturn too. So well, I won't go too much into that. I don't want to get into the chart reading. I have the baby first, and let's see what's going on. But yeah, Sun squaring Saturn may be also not so easy as well for the little one. But it's a good Mercury. It's a great Mercury. It's a very strong Mercury, and with the moon being in Virgo as well. Yeah. It's going to be a very curious child. Lots of energy. The moon also will be trining Mars too. So yeah, coolio. And squaring Jupiter. Ooh, yeah, big lungs. So yeah, so that's what it is for the 12th. Yeah, lots of mercurial kind of energy. But on the 14th, as I said, Mercury is going to be on the 14th of June. Mercury is going to be Cassimi, so yeah, watch out for that. Then what is happening after a few days after that is we're going to be having hold on, let me just go back a bit. Mars, when Mars moves into Taurus on the 9th of June, as he moves into Taurus, he's going to square Pluto. He's going to square Pluto. The last time Mars squared Pluto, we had the situation in Israel. Let's hope that nothing flares up with this. Well, Venus would have turned into an evening star by then. So hopefully that's thing. Somebody's asking what about surgery on the 11th? Um, hmm. Surgery on the 11th. Yeah, surgery will be good. Depends what kind of surgery and what particular part of the body that you're working on. The moon's waxing. May want to be a little bit careful of the blood flow there. But it depends on the body. I would have to see the chart in terms of the time of when the surgery is and what part of the body is being thinged. But it should be okay-ish. Moon will be in Leo on the 11th, not making aspects to Saturn. Finish squaring. Yeah, that should be okay. It should be all right, but a little bit of maybe an increase in blood flow, perhaps, because the moon's going to be waxing. But there's no malefics, that's for sure. But um, Mars, Pluto. Again, Mars is going to be 11th because of the square to Pluto. So that we have to be mindful of. What else is going to be happening? I think I'm going to leave it right about. We're going to have a full moon. We're going to have a full moon in Capricorn, and that's going to be on the 22nd of June. I'll talk more about that closer to the time. Martina's letting me know that she's a Leo. Of course you are, or you wouldn't be letting me know that. I was worried about the Mars Pluto. Yeah, the Mars Pluto. Yeah, I mean, no, I mean the moon's not connected to or the moon on that day isn't, so it should be okay. But yeah, we just don't want no acts of violence with that Mars Pluto. I think I'll leave it there. 22nd of June. For the full moon, and I'll talk about more about that coming up. That's going to be a big full moon, and also let's not forget the day before the full moon is going to be the summer solstice for us in the northern hemisphere. So yep, it is what it is. Okay, listen, gotta bring the show to a close. What is happening here? Yeah, put me back on the full screen, baby. Competition time. We do have a winner. It was tight, I must say. But we do have a winner here. I'm gonna open up my Christian. What's happening here, man? You ain't getting in on this, but yeah, who is this person? Okay, well, you've got to email me anyway. But shout outs to Surya, you won the prize. Congratulations. Yes, I asked the question. The question that I asked was, what were the three things that Venus and Jupiter had in common? And yes, they are both benefics. Yes, they are both exalted in water signs. And yes, their temperament is both, warm and moist. Christian, you answered that it was just the third question. They're both of them are fall. They have their fall in earth signs, which is absolutely correct. But it wasn't actually the answer. But actually, you are correct. There's no two ways about that. But your email, where is it here? Because it shows like the time that it came in. Yes, 12:01, baby. Warasuya, yours got in at yeah. Well done. Congratulations, Suya. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Are you even here? Can you let yourself known? But you are the winner of £30. £30 is coming over to you. I'm not going to ask a question. I just didn't get prepared. So much on my mind. Got all these funerals I got to attend. But it is what it is. It is that time of the week tarot card of the week. People, go and get your package of the Magic Mind shots. The details are in my you can get the discount code, and trust me, man, if you want to have that clarity, energy, mental fatigue, all of that kind of, you want to be taking this stuff. It's just a little shot, and trust me, I take half a bottle. I did start taking off the full bottle, but no. Okay, it's that time of the week. Tarot card of the week, and you know me, I'm just gonna shuffle. I'm gonna cut the cards, and let's see what the tarot card of the day is gonna be. Voila! Well. We got the Five of Cups. Is this a reflection of some of those funerals that I'm talking about? Okay. Well, you win some, you lose some. The tarot card of the week is the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups, the message is that we should focus on what we have rather than what we don't have. That is the message for us this week. Shout out to Miss Kazi. You're just joining when the show is ending. But this is what the focus is for us over the course of the next 7 days. Do not regret. Have no regrets. Don't cry over spilt milk. Should have, could have, would have. You know, that kind of thing. We all have that, right? It is what it is. But this card is letting us know that we should learn to appreciate what we do have and do not focus. With the Five of Cups, there's often an element of focusing on our losses, focusing on regrets, focusing on missed opportunities. Oh my God. No, let us not do that over the course of the next week. And it's been interesting, but I've been talking about perhaps people dying or people passing, people who've been very close to me, and funerals that I'm going to be attending over the course of the next week. And I think that is also a reminder, like, you know, have no regrets, like, you know, capitalize and use the opportunities on what was it when perhaps this person was around me. But I mean, I'm just using that as an example, but I'm just saying in all areas of our life, let us focus on the positives, people. What is it that you do have? Focus on that, than rather focusing on what you don't have. You see, that is what it is. That is what the Five. It's also a Five as well. So it's also about making that change, adapting. We're needing to adapt when we encounter certain. Again, it may cut off there. I do apologize if the screen did cut off there. Yeah, that's showing that I need a new computer, man. But yeah, this is what it is. Yeah, I'll get a new computer when everything's in Gemini. But yeah, that is what that Five is all about: making adaptations, making the changes, and capitalizing and recognizing the pluses, not the minuses. Okay, focus on the pluses. Right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry to hear that, Martina. Resonates with what you're going through. Yeah. Likewise. So focus on the things that we do have, rather the losses. Think on the pluses, not the negatives. Think on the positives, not the negatives. It's part of human nature. We tend to focus on negative. Oh my God, this is that. Okay, right, yeah, quite right. Things happen. You can't have a mountain without a valley. You can't have a valley without a mountain. Where there's ups, there's going to be downs. It's all a part of life. We need to embrace that. People, I want to thank each and every single one of you for joining me today on the Lunar Lounge. You can catch the recording, the repeats. It's there on YouTube. It's there on all the podcast platforms. I want to thank my official sponsors, Magic Mind. Go get the discount. It's there also. All the details are there on the whether you're listening on the podcast platforms, Spotify, Amazon, and or also on the YouTube. Go get the discount code so you can get your discount badge also as well. Thank you very much. Forcing on the lack, or focusing on the lack. Yeah, I get what you're saying there, Martina. definitely. I love you too, Miss Kazi. uh, uh, thank you so much. I will be back with you. Well, I'm not too sure about next week. Remember, I'm away. Yes, I am away. Busy. I think it depends on how strong the signal is going to be. Let me put it that way. Depending on how strong the signal is going to be, is when if I can trust it, I'm gonna give it a go. I may give it a go, but if it weak, I'll just end it. But because I am going to be in Italy and I don't know when, I don't know how the reception is going to be there, but hopefully it's in that sense. You've been listening to the one and only Lunar Lounge with myself, Israel Josie. I want to thank every single one of you
Welcome to the Lunar
for your
Lounge.
participation, and hopefully I will be with you next week. If not, hopefully.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
To the Lunar Lounge. Thank you very much, people. I'm out. Goodbye.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
The Hitmakers.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
The Hitmakers.
Welcome to the Lunar